I'm a cool nigga, but I don't really dance when I'm feeling myself. So, and I be like, yo, I know y'all feeling that Caribbean vibe, but I'm from Chicago. This how we vibe, baby. Let's go. Hey, you keep on telling me you want it to be like this, but you keep doing that. I'm doing me, I know you hate to see it too. I got you trying to come back. I've been stressed out about shit I should know. I be stressed about it. I think it's time I relax. I think it's time I relax. It's time for me to relax. Oh, yeah. You keep on telling me you want it to be like this, but you keep doing that. I'm doing me, I know you hate to see it too. I got you trying to come back. I've been stressed out about shit I should no longer stress about. I think it's time I relax. It's time for me to relax. It's time for me to relax. Oh, yeah. It's time for me to relax. I think I need to chill out. It's time for me to relax. Oh, I gotta move at a different pace now. You moving quick, feel like it's a race now. I want the distance, I need the space now. Yeah. And girl, if you can't take it what I'm telling you, I think you should work on finding a better dude. I'm not gonna sit and lie, girl, I'ma tell the truth, yeah. I'm trying to balance my thoughts, I've been overthinking, but I think it's for a reason. If I'm overthinking, then I won't be too surprised if this shit don't go how I want you. See, girl, I done dealt with all type of shit. My heart done got cold, I don't like this shit. I'm not really wanna be alone and sit around these hoes, girl, I'm not the type of it. I need genuine affection, say, girl, I just want a genuine connection. I can admit this shit genuinely stressing me, I know I can't keep on living with
you're pulling. I feel myself becoming obsessed. Pulling, you're pulling. I'm pretending that I got this. Stupid, so stupid. You're too bad to come at you half-assed. Pulling, you're pulling. I'ma let your emotions take me over. My attention's on you. My true religion, full devotion to you. Anything you need, girl, it's my will, my will, my will, my will, my will, my will, my will. Yeah, anything you need is my will, my will, my will, my will, my will, my will, my will. If you need anyone, girl, feel determination inside me. You're pulling, so girl, take your body and assign me to it. Pulling, you're pulling. I'ma let your emotions take me over. My attention's on you. True religion, full devotion to you. Anything you need, girl. My will, my will, my will, my will, my will, my will, my will. Yeah, anything you need is my will, my will, my will, my will, my will, my will, my will. If you need anyone, girl, I will, 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 I will. Anyone, girl, yeah. I will, 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 yeah.
All right. Welcome back to Chopping It Up Chicago, WIIT 88.9 FM. It's your boy Big Bro, and I got the beautiful Butterscotch Kisses.
Why, hello.
And the also beautiful Sochi Sone.
Sochi Sone in the house.
We got DJ Shango in the building too. He's over there running the boards, but he's still with us. He's still rocking with us. So before we went to break, we said that we were gonna get heavy. So let me pull out my laptop real quick.
Yes.
Gabby Petito went missing a couple weeks ago, and the story wild, right? Because her and her boyfriend were like documenting this trip on
cross
YouTube.
Country, yeah.
Taking a cross country trip from the East Coast to the West Coast. And on the surface, everything looked legit. Like, they're a couple, they're a young couple, they,
In love.
right, they're doing their thing. But it turned real Lifetime movie real quick.
Well, yeah, especially when you saw the video from the cops camp.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think she called.
No, there was a witness
Oh, okay.
who called the police, because I think from what I hear, because there's a lot of telephone going on with this,
Yeah.
Right.
but apparently Gabby told the police that she started the fight and that she was the one being violent. But we also know that typically when people are in violent relationships, they try to protect the violent perpetrator from going
Right.
to jail. And that's what it seems like, because the person who called the police was telling a different story.
Oh, wow.
But apparently this guy comes back to New York,
Without her.
Without her.
sans Gabby.
How does that happen?
And the police
Don't.
did not even consider him a person of interest in her disappearance when he was the last person to see her alive.
Go
That's-
figure.
I mean, every Lifetime movie has told us that that's what happens.
It's
but-
always the boyfriend or the husband
Right,
or the
I mean, but all
jilted
the-
lover.
Right.
Exactly. All of the, reenactments of like actual stories of people being attacked and things like that. They always look at family first.
Mhm.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
And it took them a while to even search this man's parents' house, or he's still in the wind, by the way.
Right.
Yeah.
Her
We don't-
boyfriend is still
We have no idea
Yeah.
where he is.
yet to be arrested
Mm-hmm.
for the murder of this young girl.
Right.
They don't even know where he is. You know what would have happened if I came back home
Without
without
Lisa.
my wife?
First of all, you wouldn't have.
I'm just saying, like in
No, I know.
a crazy alternate
Come on,
reality,
BK.
A crazy
That's my
alternate-
sister. So
Right, but
what's not going to happen? I don't think that.
She got her little fur vest
You
on.
listen, listen. I'm like,
looking
don't
like
make
a
me.
mob boss.
Gotta go and take this off.
But no, seriously, if I come
right.
back home without my wife, my significant other, the first thing they're gonna do is hit me over the head with the billy club.
Mm.
Right, because then it's just like we're calling her. Where are you?
Right.
Why, like, did you guys have a fight? Like, what exactly is
They're
happening?
gonna tell me don't leave.
Right.
Yeah.
They're gonna say, okay, well, you make sure you stay around until we figure this out.
Because you're a person of interest.
I mean, as soon
If
as
not already arrested.
Right.
as soon
Because
as,
right.
correct. But as soon as the story is, I don't know where you are, and I just left anyway. But you're
Right.
supposed to be in a happy, committed relationship.
Mhm.
And while this person went missing on the other side of the world, you didn't
You-
call family to see.
And you drove all the way back to New York
That's craziness.
without the person you're engaged
That's
to.
madness.
But
Yeah.
so another conversation that was sparked from this crazy story, and how y'all doing? What's up, everybody on Facebook? Was cracking. Everybody on Instagram.
Hey guys.
Everybody listening to on the radio. This is Chopping It Up Chicago, WIIT 88.9 FM. So another thing that occurred was something that a phrase that was coined that I had never heard before, or maybe I did hear it before, but it's been circulating these last couple of weeks, is missing white woman syndrome.
Yes.
Yeah, this is going to be a heavy topic because I have mixed feelings.
Right. Well, when I first saw it, because shout out to Carrie Champion, ESPN.
Mhm.
She posted a story about it.
Mhm.
Jamel Hill, of course. And people were in the comment section saying, this is the lack of taste. Like, they barely found a body. Like, why are you even talking about this? But
Mhm.
now the conversation has ratcheted up to even like universities are talking to their students about it, and so on and so forth, because as much to the chagrin of white people, let's just be 100,
Right.
just because you don't want something to be real doesn't mean that it's not real.
Right.
And the reality is
Critical race theory.
right. But when a white girl goes missing,
Mm-hmm.
the entire world wants to look for her and find her.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas we know that in our community, even right here in Chicago,
Yeah.
Black people go missing every day,
Every day.
every single day. Just like the young man, I don't want to mess his name up, so let me go to my notes. The young man from Southern Illinois, what's his name? ISU student Jelani Day.
Yeah.
He was missing since the beginning of September, and they've recently revealed that his body was discovered in the river and he was
Yeah.
found. But his
Bloomington.
his mom couldn't get any type of traction, any type of support. They were just like, oh, he'll turn up. And they had found this man back on September 4th.
Yeah, it's a lot of it is people are considered runaways.
But in defense of Gabby,
Uh-huh.
wasn't she a popular YouTuber?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not sure if she was a popular YouTuber or not. I just know that their video,
Their journey was video.
being documented.
Mhm.
And once she came up missing, of course, people flooded the YouTube page to watch those videos.
Right.
If that makes sense.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So I don't think that she was popular prior to coming up missing.
Okay.
But I do know that she did have a presence on YouTube, much like pretty much everybody these days.
Right.
Right.
It's
But
commonplace.
but it's not just her. When little white people come up missing, it's a big thing. Like it's a real
Right.
thing.
Right. So when we go and you had people who said that it's not in good taste to say, yes, this person is missing, but what about all these other people are missing? I feel both ways about it because on the one hand, yes, this person is missing. She still is missing. We don't know if she, like what happened to
Right.
her.
Right.
So obviously, yes, give press to this. We want her to be found. But what is happening right now is a lot of people are like, but how come we are not getting that? So in a way, they're kind of piggybacking off of the press that she is getting to make a point.
So
Right.
they didn't find her body?
They did. They found her body like
Okay.
a week ago.
But we don't know exactly, like we don't know what happened, right?
Right.
So
Right.
like now we know that she is dead, but we didn't know where she was. We didn't know what happened. We only knew that her boyfriend was the last person to see her. We saw the camera footage of the police officer that stopped them because it looked like they were driving erratically. When
Mhm.
she got out of the car, she had been crying.
Yeah.
And she had been saying, it's my fault. I made him mad. He says I'm being stressful. The cop separated them and everything. And then next thing you know, she goes missing.
And
And
he's-
then the guy is also missing too. So right
Mhm.
now he is a person of interest. Like hopefully, he's still alive and
If
nothing.
he's not guilty, why is
flee?
he running?
Mhm.
Why is he not going in to talk to the police?
But
about
even when
what
he
didn't
came
do?
back, even when he got back, he wasn't talking. He refused to talk.
His parents weren't even talking.
Exactly.
Right. So I guess it's like on the one hand, women and children, and you have men too, but like people being trafficked is modern day slavery. That's what it is,
Right.
right? It's such a horrible thing
And
that
you got
happens to people.
Organ situations.
Right.
as
So
well.
so you have a lot of people that it's not just sex trafficking, it's for their organs.
Mhm.
But I think what a lot of people are upset about is like you have organizations such as Black and Missing, right?
Mm.
And they created this organization a few years ago because they noticed that a lot of people in the Black and brown communities
Right.
were missing,
Being targeted.
targeted
Mhm.
and missing, and the cops weren't doing anything about it.
Right.
And it's like every time you go and you're just like, oh, well, they probably ran away, or oh, they might have had a drug problem, or we can't do anything about that. So communities got together and it's like, no, let's
Mhm.
go and make a difference. But the issue is it just feels like it's a bit harder and it's another fight just to be seen, just to be heard. And you have someone that just happens to be Caucasian. And it seems like usually when you have people that fit a certain description, they are seen and they are taken more seriously.
Mhm.
Right.
So my thing is, I believe that she should have gotten the press that she got. I believe
course.
that
Definitely.
100%, the cops needed to do their job and like really like hold him. But what other people are trying to say, and which is true, is that we also want our voices to be heard.
Because we're humans.
Exactly. And if it takes us actually using this case and this press to be like, this person hasn't been found, this person hasn't been found to show
Mhm.
it, then it to me that shows desperation where it's like, this is where we are right now.
Right.
That you're
Right.
not listening to us in any other way, shape, or form. So now we're going to use what your press conference is to say, what about this person?
Right.
What about that person? Say their name, like actually know that these are good kids. You know, they're walking down the street just trying to go home and now they're missing.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So I understand the frustration on both sides, but what do you think, Miss Soné?
You know what? We need equity.
Yeah.
Equity across the board.
Mm-hmm.
What do we have to do to get equity? Do we have to keep, I mean, what do we have to do to be seen, to be heard, to be taken seriously, to be treated as human beings?
Right.
Why? What do we have to do? I'm tired personally.
Yeah.
It's disheartening.
Right.
It's sickening.
Right.
Yeah.
I agree.
I point the finger at ourselves for
Mhm.
not establishing any. Like you say, we did establish. What was the name of the organization?
Black and missing.
Black and missing.
Black and Missing. But that's probably just
It's
like
reactionary.
reactionary. But we don't have any kind of organization to defend ourselves or in our self-interest. So we always looking, what are they gonna do to help us?
hmm
And I mean, that's the wrong way to look at things to me.
True. I mean, because it goes. I mean, that's a deep conversation. We don't really have too much time to get into.
That's a
but
whole nother
it's-
show.
It really goes back to the Black Panther Party and the dismantling of it to keep us from organizing and doing what it is that you're
But then
saying.
again, we still saying they dismantled it.
Well, it was dismantled from the inside
Yeah.
with the help of ourselves and outside forces.
Mhm.
But yeah, so before we're gonna switch gears because we got guests that are coming, and we don't want to run over our time.
Mhm.
But we also wanted to discuss what's happening in Chicago with high school students being targeted and gunned down in cold blood.
Yeah.
I got young kids, and it's just tough waking up in the morning. I got young children that myself, and I got nieces and nephews,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and you want to just pray for them because like going to school is not safe.
It's a war zone.
Yes.
Right.
And you don't
Going to
know.
the store is not safe.
I have one that's
Mhm.
going to high school next year, and she wants to go to Kenwood.
Right.
So I'm like, okay. But no, I don't think so. I think we're moving out to the suburbs.
Right. And
Wow.
it's the suburbs ain't even, not to just put a dark cloud over the whole state of Illinois.
Right.
But even some of the suburbs aren't necessarily safe. Because I say it like this, we tend to think that all of these shootings are just gangbangers running around shooting, but I think it's a bigger thing.
Mhm.
I'm of the belief that anybody who decides that they want to go shoot somebody in Chicago can do it.
Right.
They can come from Wrigleyville, they can come from Kenosha, Wisconsin,
Mhm.
they can come from the south side, the north side, and shoot somebody in their mom's minivan and drive away. Because most of these things go unsolved.
That's literally what is happening,
Mhm.
especially on the
It's-
expressways.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's some, especially on the expressway, I put it
Mhm.
100%, but in the hoods, it's maybe somewhat.
Yeah. I'm not saying
Yes,
it's a
yeah.
big percentage. I'm just saying that it occurs.
But if we wasn't doing what we were doing, we wouldn't. I mean, that wouldn't be no gray area to say,
Right.
okay, this might be happening.
Mhm.
But we're so out of hand in the area that
Mhm.
that somebody could sneak in and get a couple of shots off and
Right.
and
And we
make
would
they
think
day.
it's somebody from the neighborhood versus an outsider
Mhm.
just agitating,
Mhm.
I-
like with the riots.
Mhm.
Right. I think overall, that just goes back to like needing more gun reform in America.
Yeah.
Because I feel like, there are certain neighborhoods, no matter what city that you're in, that are safer than others. But I mean, when you look at like Sandy Brook Elementary,
Mhm.
Mhm.
when you are going to a movie theater and you could be shot up there.
Or the grocery store,
Going
like in
to the-
Tennessee.
Exactly.
Well,
so
that guy got fired from Kroger
Oh.
and decided to go shoot up Kroger.
right.
That's just
But if
ridiculous.
you want more gun reform, like when we had a era where we had gun reform when more black people was going out and getting registered,
Mhm.
then they create gun regulations so all of us we could go get registered, and then they're gonna come up with gun reform.
Well,
But I
that
think it-
that might be one way that we can do it. But I mean, I think honestly, overall, it's a miracle that you make it through the day, every day, no matter where you are.
no matter who you are.
Correct. Because it's like you don't know from being afraid that your child could be snatched and trafficked, whether it's sexually or for their organs, or being afraid of the coronavirus, or being afraid that do they have their cell phone, because it's not safe for them not to have it. It's not safe for them not to be
Facts.
able to call you, and what's going on for people going to school because they're depressed, and because maybe they got picked on, or whatever else is going on in their
Mhm.
life, and so now they're shooting up places. It's just it becomes so much that it desensitizes you.
Right.
And so it's sad to say that it's like when Columbine first happened, and then a couple school shootings later, like we were still shocked about it, right? But
Right.
now when you hear it, it's
It's
just like
commonplace.
it is, and you're just like, "Oh, wow, that's really sad." And you aren't as emotionally invested as you used to be. I would say the last one that truly shook me up was the Sandy Brook, because I'm like,
Mhm.
these are little babies.
It creates a sense of like PTSD.
Yes, it does.
And being in Chicago, it's like, man,
Constant
somebody that got shot on
PTSD.
the expressway. Man, somebody just got shot in front of their school. Man, somebody was just sitting on the porch and they got shot. And it
Right.
kind of makes you not want to go anywhere or
I-
do anything.
Very true.
I got shot by a paint gun last week,
I remember you talking about that.
and
I didn't even laugh at you. I thought that was crazy.
I did I mention that on the show?
No.
Okay. So I thought I was getting shot for real, because it
Oh,
was
wow.
like duh. So before everything hit me, it's like I dropped my phone on the ground. I ran to the grass. I got hit in the leg, and like I'm doing flips trying to duck in between the cars. And then when I realized it was just a paintball, I'm like mad but happy at the same
Right.
time.
It could have been
Relieved.
way worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could have been a statistic for real.
I'm glad that you weren't.
Yeah.
I'm glad that there's still, because that's a trend that's occurred in Chicago a few times.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But I'd rather it be that. I wish everybody was doing that instead of actually shooting people.
Exactly.
And I'm thinking the guys that did it had a good laugh off of me. They probably was cracking
They
up
probably was filming.
because I rode and everything. So I was like, man. And then when I realized it was just a paint gun, I was relieved, but I was still pissed off.
I'm trying to get the visual out of my head of you rolling, tucking and rolling.
I love it. But no, seriously, all jokes aside, we're praying for our city.
Yes.
There's a dark cloud over it. And these young kids, they just have no regard for human life.
They have nothing to lose.
And like I grew up, whereas we would just have a fist fight and be homies afterwards.
Mhm.
I saw a video the other day where this dude was losing a fight, so he pulled out a gun and shot his way out of it.
Wow.
That's cowardly. Like you can't take a L in a fist fight, so you want to take somebody's life. Like that's somebody's baby. That's somebody's daddy.
And now your life is lost.
Right,
Now-
because you're on camera shooting somebody, you can't
Right.
get away with it.
right.
it's
and
over.
you're gonna be thrown under the jail. So okay, so at 65, I guess you'll be out,
It's just unfortunate, and that's why we do this show, right? Because we don't talk about these things often because we don't want people to think that that's all Chicago has to offer.
Right.
Like Chicago's still very, very beautiful.
Correct.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful struggle. Shout out to Talib Kweli. And seriously, like it's a beautiful struggle, and we really need to pull ourselves up out of the muck and mire, out of the expectations of negativity. I work at an airport, and people are always like, "Should I get this car? Is this one of the cars that they're trying to take? And is it safe to have this car? And what street can I take to get to the expressway?" Like, people are coming here and they're afraid. Like they want to come see Chicago, they want to go downtown, but they
Right.
don't know how to navigate the city without being afraid.
Right.
So that's what Chopping It Up Chicago is all about. We're all about showing the positive side of Chicago. That's why we have our guests coming in tonight to talk about the good things that they're doing in Chicago. That's why we do our show right in the heart of the city of Chicago,
Yeah.
Yes.
to show that we're not afraid to come and do these things.
Right.
So on the other side of this music break, we're going to have our guest star rolling through. This is Chopping It Up Chicago on WIIT 88.9 FM with Big Bro. Butterscotch Kisses, Sochi
Yes.
Sone, and DJ Shango. Shango.
Shango. DJ Shango.
Goddamn, I could get used to this. Slow roasting, flicking roaches off the patio. A couple of Modelo's, ain't doing shit today. But girl, I got a lot of space, so you could come through with a couple friends. Start coasting off some OG and some Barolo. Ain't doing shit today, but girl, I got a lot of space. If you want, you can stay. Hit me up and pull if you wanna. Roll one up and then pass it over. Just know you can get me out the house. Just know you can get me out the house. Goddamn, I could get used to this. Slow motion, liver soaking in tequila. Company only, so slow down, baby. Just get on my way, yeah. Don't change my ways, no. 'Cause I want the company, but company only. If you're leaving without me. Just know you can get me out the house. Just know you can get me out the house. Just don't try to talk me into nothing. You know you can get me out the house. You know you can get me out the house. I can't be convinced. No, I can't be convinced. Don't try, baby, we can do things. But I'm chilling at the south side. Hit me up and pull up if you wanna. Roll one up and then pass it over. Just know you can get me out the house. Just know you can get
I like combo bond because our love is very natural. Building on trust, with respect, we're compatible. I see you emotional. I balance it off by being illogical. The way that we bond, it's no sin being responsible. By both of us creating this trust against the lust. If we ever have problems, you and I can discuss. This bond can be defined to arguments and fussing. And it can't be repaired but make a sex. And yes, it has a deeper meaning. It's beyond sexual. Our intimacy is spiritual. It builds the sensual. Of the natural desire, we crave the physical. Of the beauty you possess, my feelings are sentimental. Refusing to cheat, that won't be habitual. Then we work on our problems unless it is abysmal. Unlike most of these women, my queen, you are honest. I'm showing gratitude to you from the way we are bonded. I like the way we bonded, and I love the way we build, and the way we both are bonded. In the case I love is real. I like the way we bonded, and I love the way we build, and the way we both are bonded. And the case I love is real. This bonding that we have is fascinating and vibrant. When we have problems, we don't commit domestic violence. We both adults, the issues we're addressing can be resolved. The time we spend together is precious. I'm motivated every time you tell of me, I'm a blessing. Your intellect, immaturity is teaching me your lesson. My instant connection is powerful than a weapon. I'm not ashamed to admit I love as a confection. Well, our bond started as a physical attraction, but our conversations went deeper. We share a passion, accepting our roles. The true love is everlasting. When out on the scene, we so elegant with our fashion. Our love's on the level that most people are sorely lacking. Knowledge, wisdom, and understanding beyond this rapping. Our love is unique. I'm dedicated and I promise to remain committed to you. For we are bond. I like the way we bonded, and I love the way we build, and the way we both are bonded. And the case I love is real. I like the way we bonded, and I love the way we build, and the way we both are bonded. And the case I love is real. The way we bond and it starts with us. First it grows from respect and it builds with trust. It illustrates how it turns to love. Can't nobody understand how we are enough. But they can family and raising up a future king or a queen going farther than us. We on the level that's bigger than lust. The way we bond is a natural connection of us. The way that we bond is the way that we build. With both logic and reasoning, we have to reveal of how we view each other. First as sister and brother, later as king or queen. It evolved much further from a meet and greet to a stable relationship by building up a family and leaving a legacy. It still amazes me we have so much in common. Best believe, my love, I like the way that we bond. I like the way we bonded, and I love the way we build.
Catch me in the club, champagne in my cup, DJ dropping up, we go party all alone, burping hot to raise the roof. Shayo in my cup, girl, don't be juice. You don't know me now, but you gonna know me now. Baby, I am down, cause you are always down, Baby, you are Girls don't lie, sleeping at night, girls don't lie, sleeping so high, I'm a good girl, gone back, I'm a baby now, I'm a good girl, gone back, I'm a baby now, I'm a good girl, gone back, I'm a good girl, gone back, I'm bad, baby. Well, you know, say I am down, party today, how do I? Cause everybody knows, say how I love you on day. So baby, I've been crazy for you. Anything what I would do, I brought my heart, my soul, my all, and all. If that's enough for you, you are always down, down, baby, you were down for me, down, girls don't lie, sleeping at night, girls don't lie, sleeping so hard, I'm a good girl, gone back, I'm a baby, I'm a good girl, gone back, I'm a baby, I'm a good girl, gone back.
Yeah, I know them niggas talking down, I ain't stopping. I was in the field catching players, semi walking. I was balling hard, ducking 12, John Stocking. Spilling like Shaq, in the shot, we ain't blocking.
All right, welcome back. Topping it up, Chicago, 88.9 FM Chicago. This is your boy, WIIT 88.9 FM Chicago. It's your boy, Big Bro.
It's your girl BK.
And Sultry Soné.
And we have joining us on Facebook Live, be Vanity Marie Harris. She is a young entrepreneur, young model, young event planner,
She's doing it.
just all around gorgeous. She got dimples.
I know. First of all, okay, Miss Dimples, we see you.
How you doing, Vanity? Introduce yourself to the people.
See you.
How you doing, Vanity? Okay.
Okay.
Doing your thing, got the nightlife. See, look, I was like, yo, when we gonna get up? And I'm talking about the radio show. And she's like, what? When you trying to go clubbing? I'm like, nah.
You're like, those days have passed.
That ain't what I'm talking about. I can't
She's
hang.
like, turn up.
So where we used to go out, now we go to brunch because
Right.
you just
Yeah,
turn up at
we do
brunch.
brunch, yeah.
Right. I do brunch and weddings. If you get me to a wedding, I'm gonna turn all the way up.
Yes.
But that's as far as it goes. Tell us a little bit more about your event planning.
Yeah.
To a wedding it goes. Hold on 1 second. Hold on, we're having technical difficulties.
I'll give you guys some elevator music. Shooby dooby why.
Come on, BK.
We're waiting on things to be fixed right now. Thank you for your patience.
Well, okay. So
Shooby.
go ahead, tell us more about your because when you pressed that button, we were hearing different things. We were hearing like something from like 5 minutes ago. It's all good. All right, so tell us about the event planning. Oh, okay.
I don't know if you guys can hear us. Let us know if you can hear us in the comments.
We're having technical difficulty, but we should be resuming in a minute.
Okay. Look at you. Got your master's degree. Now you hosting parties. So we got to get you live in the studio.
Yes, we need you
Because-
live here.
Because right now we're having difficulty getting this onto the actual airwaves. So we're not going to hold our listeners hostage because we can hear you, but they can't. So what's going to happen is we're going to set up a time to get you in the studio to chop it up with us and tell the world what it is that you're up to. But we appreciate you for just taking the time because we already know that you're currently working right now, right? Like she's actually working right now. She took time out of that schedule to join us live on Facebook. But we're gonna let you go because they can't hear you. But they can see you on the live though.
And you have such a beautiful
so
spirit, and
gorgeous.
we want people to be able to hear your voice and have you shine, girl.
And promote your business.
Yes, and
Yes.
promote.
and promote. So Vanity Harris, we're gonna make a whole new flyer for you next time too. That first one was dope, but we got other pictures that we're gonna make another flyer for you when you come to the studio. I love you, cuz. We're gonna see you soon. Peace. All right, Facebook fam, radio fam, we are back
Hey.
live. We got more guests coming.
Yes.
But that was so cool. Like, so for those of you who didn't hear,
Hey,
Vanity Harris,
family.
she went to the University of Illinois. She got her
Mhm.
master's degree in business marketing, and she is currently planning and hosting parties. She's on the young night scene throughout Chicago.
That's some
That's
good
so
money.
dope.
Yeah, so that's really
That's
dope.
dope.
And we're looking forward to actually hearing the totality of her story when she joins us in the studio. But unfortunately, work takes precedence over these things. And right now, she's on the
Right.
grind. She's on the grind.
Yeah.
Make
That's
your
the word.
money.
She
Make
gotta
your
eat.
money.
Yeah.
Right?
So on the other side of this,
You gotta eat.
on the other side of this, this short music break, We got president of UCG, Willie, joining us.
Yes.
And we're going to chop it up with him about the different things that he's up to, another entrepreneur in the Chicago scene. This
That's
is
UCG Entertainment.
UCG Entertainment. This is Chopping It Up Chicago on WIIT 88.9 FM.
Get behind us, man, you know we ain't stopping. Making cash money, so a nigga bought a blocking. I was in the field catching plays like the Chiefs. Trying to feed the team, everybody gotta eat. Get a hotel if you thinking that it's sweet. 4th of July, we'll spark a nigga street. I don't pick sides, I don't jump in niggas beef. We on internet talk, catch them in the street. Nah, we ain't high, yeah, they know what we be. Heard she wanna fuck, but she ain't mention it to me. Yeah, we heard 12 trying to lose her to the system. Had to let them know I ain't with him, I'm against him. Big bro told me if he catch me, he gon' kill him. They know I'm a legend, I ain't cocky, I be chillin'. Running up the money, we gon' stack it to the ceiling. Trying to steal the sound, we gon' show 'em that we drillin'. Most of my niggas are finesse, so I'm dealing. Most of my niggas, they'll fight, so I'm killing. Acting like they don't wanna give it, so we take it. I was in that crib every day, it was vacant. Going on the hit, not knowing if we'll make it. Shots out the chopper, got him screaming and he shaking. On the high speed, I don't know, but I'ma take it. Where the bitch from, I don't know, but she ain't basic. Dead white people in my pockets, I ain't racist. Everybody thirsty for the clout, they'll chase it. Yeah, I know them niggas talking down, I ain't stopping. I was in the field catching players, semi walking. I was falling hard, ducking 12, John Stocking. Feeling like Shaq, ain't a shot, we ain't blocking. All a lot of guns, ain't a Glock, we ain't copping. Had a lot of fun, ain't a show, we ain't rocking. Police get behind us, man, you know we ain't stopping. Making cash money, so a nigga bought a block. I done put my arm in the rim like I'm carving. Almost drowned when I jumped in the water. Lucky I survived with the sharks and piranhas. I been feeling down, so I talked to my mama. I ain't trying to talk, I ain't giving out my number. Rolling presidential, so I'm feeling like Obama. Explode like a bomb, so I'm feeling like Osama. If she do it right, I might tell her that I love her. I ain't pillow talking, I ain't talking undercover. Fucked on this bitch, broke his heart cause he loved her. Me and folks will never fall out, that's my brother. They done let a nigga get back, they in trouble. Playing with the game, we'll leave a nigga missing. Get that boy a present, we'll rapping like it's Christmas. Got 100 shots in the car when we flipping. When I'm in the city, any block I'll spin it. When we on the hunt, any op, we'll kill it. Lately I've been feeling paralyzed, I don't feel him. Think I'm going deaf to the fact, I don't hear him. Think I'm going blind to the haters, I don't see him. Said she wanna fuck, yeah, she told me in the DM. Talking like he tough, I can't wait till I see him. When I'm done with him, when nobody wanna be him. Hit him with that fully, ain't nobody gonna see him. These niggas bitches, I swear they be girly. I had to serve at that trap, it was early. Telling me you go do something, I ain't worried. Lil' bro got 30, he shoot like he Curry. I might just pour the whole pint, I'ma face it. I pour the pop over muddy to taste it. If it's a problem, my killers erase it. I might pop out of Margellas, I'm Mason. Yeah, I know them niggas talking down, I ain't stopping. I was in the field catching players, semi walking. I was falling hard, ducking 12, John Stocking. Feeling like Shaq, ain't a shot, we ain't blocking. All a lot of guns, ain't a Glock, we ain't copping. Had a lot of fun, ain't a show, we ain't rocking. Police get behind us, man, you know we ain't stopping. Making cash money, so a nigga bought a block. Making cash money, so a nigga bought a block.
I'm not asking for too much, just a little bit of love. And you got it, you can stand it. Can you give me that dirty, dirty? You should know how to run your mouth, but baby, can you put it down? Show me what you're all about. I need it now, right now. Hey, hey, wide open, you got me wide open, wide open, you got me wide open, baby. Tell me what you done to me and to my body. I can't breathe without you. You've become my energy. I can't lose. That's just how you make me feel. Can nobody tell me this in real? You got me. Why don't you be wide? Why wide open, you got wide open, wide open,
All right, welcome back to Chopping It Up Chicago, live on WIIT 88.9 FM Chicago. It's your boy BK.
It's your boy, BK.
It's your man, Big Bro.
Wow, he doesn't even know his name. Slow down on what you
No. It's because I'm currently trying to sign into something
No.
on Facebook.
So I'll do it.
Thank you,
Okay.
thank you.
Welcome back to WIIT 88.9 FM Chicago. It's your girl BK, aka Butterscotch Kisses. And we have Big Bro, but we also have a wonderful guest in the building.
Nightlife legend in Chicago.
25 years experience.
You
Hello.
ain't been to a party unless you've been to one of his parties.
Hey,
Okay.
we're talking about Willie Wesley.
That's right. How y'all doing tonight?
That's a tongue twister.
Right.
sir.
Like, Willie Wesley is in the building. He's taking time out of his very busy schedule to chop it up with us. So give it up for him, you guys. Hold on. We started live. All right. So we back on Facebook Live. We back on Instagram. We live on the radio. Willie Wesley, man, give us a little background. You Chicago born and bred?
Chicago born and bred. Been here all my life. Had the fortune enough to travel and go to school away from home. But, you know, this is home and I love it. You know, venturing out, trying to see some other things. But yes, I'm here from Chicago.
So where'd you go to school?
I went to school at Mendel. That was an all-boy high school, Catholic school. And then I had the fortune enough to get scholarships to college and play ball abroad.
Play ball?
Yeah.
What type of ball?
Basketball.
Oh.
Where'd you go?
I signed with the University of Texas, El Paso playing ball, and then I ended up going to a junior college in Kansas before I stepped back out.
And then you said you went abroad and played like overseas?
Abroad from Chicago.
Just from Chicago.
Okay, I'm like, wait a minute.
Right, because I was like, what country did you go to? I want to know.
Yeah, I did have some opportunities, but I didn't pursue them. I was just here.
Doing your thing.
Yeah, just doing my thing.
So you South Side bred, West Side, which one?
South Side.
Hey,
South
that's what I'm
Side.
talking about. Shout out to the White Sox too, y'all.
All
Going
the
to the
time.
playoffs, baby.
Uh-huh.
Let's go.
Oh, baseball.
All right, so you say we were talking prior to coming into the studio. You were telling me a little bit about your nightlife background.
Yes.
Let's go into a little bit more detail of that.
Okay. So, like I said, I've been doing this for over 20 years now. I kind of got into this. It was actually, I wouldn't say a mistake, but it wasn't planned. It was kind of like I went to a party with one of my boys and we kind of saw like how we could structure it a little bit more and probably make a lot of money. And from that party, I saw a few different things and I just kind of thought about some stuff afterwards. And I thought that me and my boy was going to kind of like do it together, but he never pursued it. I kind of did it on my own. And then 25 years later, I'm still doing it.
Now, this is UCG Entertainment.
UCG Entertainment.
Okay.
I'm gonna drop some names for you to let you know who you're really talking to. Have you heard of the Red Diamonds?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's yeah.
Okay.
You
Have you
put me
heard of
onto
the
the Red.
factory?
Of course. Yes.
Okay.
We drive past the factory every
All
day.
the time.
All the time. I've been there a couple of times. BYOB. That's what's up.
And they bring in big stars like Pinky there.
No, I'm talking about big stars.
Hey, she definitely a big star.
This the man that's responsible.
Yeah, we're ready to we want him to tell his
Okay.
story. You extra cheesy.
Look at him, so
Big old
happy.
smile like you in
know.
Toys R Us.
Okay.
Well, I'm glad he
But
brought that
I-
stuff up
I
because that's,
support my family.
Of course,
Yeah.
we all here to support.
he brought that stuff up, man. I'm glad he brought that stuff up. I just be living and doing what I do. I do a lot of promoting and marketing and stuff
Right,
like
right.
that. But I don't do a lot of kind of like name dropping and stuff like that. I
Right.
just kind of let that be whatever it is because it's actually, that's my life.
Right, right.
So for some people, it's kind of like, it brings about different memories or, it's kind of a big thing, of course, here in Chicago because
We can
you
tell
know.
because his face lit up with all the memories that you done gave him.
Yeah. So, we've been doing a few different things, on some partnerships, some silent partnerships and stuff like that. So he didn't came around a couple times or whatever, but Red Diamond definitely was like a household name here in Chicago. It was all over the Midwest or whatever, because we've had some of the biggest stars, not like, somebody like a Pinky or whatever, which is cool. But
The young lady who did the Bust It song, she came through recently, right?
yeah, we had we've had everybody we had Erica Banks, definitely. That was at a new joint venture that I did with Club Play. I was doing a little partnership with them, and we had Erica Banks. Yeah, we had her in concert. But at the Red Diamond, we've had everybody from, I mean, you name it, from Future to, you know, Gucci Man to, you know, any and everybody.
I can imagine that Gucci Man was lit.
I was kind of crazy. It was kinda crazy.
I can
Especially
only
like,
imagine.
yeah, one of the times when I had him, I had him twice, but one of the times I had him was when he was going through a lot of them things in his life or whatever before he cleaned it all the way up. So he had just got out of jail, and you know how that is in hip hop. You know, everybody, when you get out of jail, everybody want to see you and all that stuff. So it was definitely lit. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Well, that's what's up. And you do other things too. You were telling me about a food truck.
Yeah. So what I did with this food trailer, and then I'm also in the I'm about to buy another one, but I have a food trailer that I bought, and then one of my friends, they own a couple Harold's Chickens out in the south suburbs, one in Matson, one in one in Homewood and one in South Holland. So I kind of partnered with them on the Harold's Chicken, and then we kind of put a little spin to it or whatever, but it's gonna have that same flavor as Harold's, and with the fish, the chicken, the shrimp, and then we also will have a grill with it as well, where we'll do like lamb chops and steaks and stuff like that.
Lamb
That's
chops.
nice.
Yeah,
That's what's up. I cooked some lamb chops a couple weeks ago. It was banging
for sure. Yep.
on the grill.
He's
No
a
doubt.
foodie.
Had to bring some of that stuff down here then.
Yes, sir. Well, we're excited to continue this conversation because, like I said, DJ Shango, he's been telling us how great of a person you are,
Mhm.
and all the different business ventures that you do. So we're finally, it's good to finally have you here. So tell us about how it is to like deal with the nightlife industry during a pandemic.
That's kind of crazy, but like during the pandemic, actually, I wasn't even living here. I had moved to Florida. I moved to Vegas, and then you know it wasn't a lot of stuff moving because of the pandemic. So I was kind of coming back and forth, you know, from there to here in Chicago. And of course, being, you know, home is more opportunities to make money. So during the pandemic, we was having like some little after hour type of clubs and stuff, or some private membership only clubs or whatever. And you know, it just kind of spiraled and just blossomed. It was like somebody called me and was like, you know, I have this place, and why don't you come take a look at it? We can do some things together. And we did it, and then it just became a household name. People was just coming from everywhere. And then from there, I had one of my other friends. He had a place, and it was a little bit bigger, and we was fixing it up and doing some different things. And I kind of put that UCG Entertainment and that Red Diamond spin on it, and it's just up. It's lit from there, you know.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. And so, and the women and the men that you work with, like, what was it like for them trying to adjust to the pandemic, you know, situation?
Well, it's you know, it's the same with everything else. You got some people that believe in, you know, being vaccinated, or you got some people that's not, you know, they still trying to figure it out or whatever. But you know, you got some people wearing a mask. You got some people that's just like, you know, I'm here, I'm ready to party. So, you know, it's a situation where you got to be careful no matter what, and then you got to have a little bit of discipline, because when you talking to people, they may not feel like, you know, whatever. But for me, I try not to be, you know, rude or whatever, but I'll put my mask up, and you know, and we'll have our conversations or whatever. So I was still trying to have that discipline and be on point or whatever. But you know, everybody felt differently about it or whatever, and you had to respect everybody's opinion, their feelings or whatever. But at the same time, we was all in that party.
Yeah. Mask or no mask.
Yeah. So
Did you always want to be an entrepreneur?
You know what? I would say so, because I've been doing it for a long time now. I didn't even convince like my sister at some point to be an entrepreneur. And then like now my niece, she's like 26 years old. She's getting into the, you know, the entrepreneurship. And so for me, yeah, I think that early on, just working for somebody else, I think like back in the day, I was working for like, when I was much younger, I was working for the Chicago Park District. I enjoyed that. I was like a teenager doing like the little counseling stuff.
Yeah.
But then a little bit further down, I was working for Foot Locker, and I was just looking at the percentages and stuff like that we would make. And I always thought about like the hours that I would work for somebody else and comparing that to using them same hours, the 8-hour day, and what I can get accomplished for myself. So that's kind of how I just came about it. And I just one particular thing, I was the same guy that I was supposed to start the parties with. that never did it with me. One time we was sitting on his porch and I was looking at the Hispanics like doing everybody's grass on the block.
Right.
And I'm just looking like they doing 30 and 40 houses. And then I'm just looking at the stuff like, you know, you got lawnmowers and you got a lot of basic stuff that they're using, and it doesn't cost a lot. You know what I
Right.
mean? And it's not a lot to maintain. And then I started doing that stuff. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go to Home Depot, get me like 2 lawnmowers. I got the gas can, I got the edger, I got, you know, the stuff that you need. And I just had some fortune enough to get a contract with like Neighborhood Housing Services. And I was doing all of their vacant properties all over the city.
That's good.
And, you know, with that fortune and just a little drive to say, you know what, I think I want to put out the action and just do something, it just happened for me. And it just continued to be that way, you know, so.
Hey, that's
Well,
beautiful.
Yeah, and it's like you have your hands in a lot of pots. And I think that's really good because you have, a diversification of where your money's coming from. So it's like if this slows down, then this is speeding up, or at least you're still at a good baseline, which is good. Because I know I got into entrepreneurship last year, and then this year definitely full time. Because in my head, I was like, if I can get 8 hours worth of work done in like 3 hours, why am I still here?
Absolutely.
like,
Absolutely.
I'm done.
Right.
Like I did what you set out for me. I don't please leave me alone. Just
Right.
like let me,
Right.
like I did my job. All right, we good. Bye.
Right.
So I'm always interested in to see like other entrepreneurs and things that they really enjoy.
Meanwhile, I'm still at my 9 to 5, but I use my downtime very wisely, like to create flyers for this, or to build websites, or to put together playlists.
This is another business
Yes.
that like slowly but surely
It's gonna build. It's gonna get there.
correct.
Oh,
correct.
definitely.
So with your entrepreneurial background, and since you have your hands in a lot of pots, what advice would you give somebody who's just starting out and they want to be an entrepreneur, but they're not exactly sure how to start?
You know what? I would just tell them to kind of like study the craft, whatever that might be. You can use other people examples. They may be doing something that you want to do. You want to look at what they're doing, try to see the good things about it. You might want to talk to them about it, and you can kind of like figure out their own, their successes with it. And then you could use that to kind of drive for yourself.
Right.
But like I say, the first thing would be to study the craft and stuff like that. And then also, for me, I pretty much, tried different things. And
Right.
as I tried them, I was able to see what works. And then the things that worked, I kind of went with those, and and then I tried to perfect those things. So I put in a
Yes.
blueprint. Once you put in that blueprint and then that it works, is like you can kind of input that particular blueprint to anything that you do.
Right.
You know what I mean? So at the time when I first started UCG Entertainment, I had a girlfriend at the time, and she was working like a 9 to 5, working for Chicago Sun-Times, but she always would play devil's advocate to me and ask me, because she's like, well, how you gonna do this? Well, how you gonna do that? How you gonna do this? And this particular time, I had it all outlined when I went to her house, and I wasn't thinking that she was gonna do that, but she did it. But it's like I had everything covered already, and she was like, you know what? I think you could do it. You should, that'll be a good idea. And I never looked back from there.
That's what's
Even
up.
even when I've had times, just like with everybody else, you have different obstacles where things may go a certain way or whatever, but I never felt like I wasn't going to be able to do it.
Right.
It was just an obstacle or whatever, but I was just, it's nothing that took away my confidence. So like, even when I do parties now, or I do clubs or events or after hours or whatever, it's kind of like I could do that stuff in my sleep, in the
Right.
back of my head, because that particular blueprint, I know it works.
Mhm.
So, even with Chicago, you got a lot of haters, or you got a lot of doubters, whatever it might be.
That's called
You
planet
can't-
Earth.
Yeah. So you can't definitely, but you can't get away from what you believe in. If you believe in it, you go with it and you go from there. So that's just another aspect of like somebody trying to start up their own business. If you really believe in it, just do what you got to do. Don't worry about what nobody think, what nobody say, or what it appear to be. Believe in it and make it happen.
Amen.
Yeah, haters are actually a great thing because they can either blow you over or they can make yourself so stubborn and you plant down.
All the time.
And it's just like, okay, that's cute. Watch me.
Ain't no haters
Right.
finna blow me over.
Right.
Mm-mm.
Well,
Yeah.
obviously, look at where we are. It's just like, oh, that's not gonna work. Well, it wasn't for you.
Mm.
Right.
You know?
Amen.
Right.
So tell me, I heard UCG Entertainment was in the process of working on a digital magazine. Tell me
Definitely.
about that.
So with the magazine, you know, I deal with a lot of, you know, either dancers or I deal with like models and things of that nature since I've been in the business for so long. So that's just been something that's been, you know, another blessing to me, where most people who are dealing with like some type of magazine or whatever it is, they have to start from ground zero and they have to kind of work their way from wherever. For me, it's
Like
been
Shot Society, E Magazine.
for sure.
Check that out.
But
Go
yeah,
ahead.
no doubt. So it's just been a blessing though. Like, so we basically we do everything from we do the photo shoots, we do video shoots, we do different skits and stuff like that. And basically we just providing another platform on a digital level, but just another platform for itself for these young ladies to promote themselves for whatever they're doing. Just like for me, one of the, you know, I do the digital magazine, I do the heralds, I do whatever, but it's just a situation where I can kind of, you know, blossom and, you know, just explore my horizons or whatever. And it's the same for these young ladies. A lot of these young ladies, they want to be entrepreneurs as well. They don't just want to be that regular, what people think as a model or a dancer. A lot of these girls, especially during the pandemic, they were getting a lot of money.
Yeah.
And sometimes they don't know what to do with the money, but they got ideas. Some of these girls want to, you know, sell clothes. They want to, you know, open up, you know, different businesses or whatever, you know, restaurants, you know, they want to do hair, all type of stuff. So that's where we can kind of help them with our platform, and we can kind of do, you know, merge some things and feed off each other with this digital magazine. So I think it's a great opportunity.
That's what's up. Is the
Yeah.
digital magazine going to be called UCG Entertainment?
Nah, it's not UCG Entertainment. It's
Strip clips.
Strip
I'm a
clips.
silent partner.
You-
But
you-
I'm not so
You're not
silent.
that Not that silent at all. Talk about that
Not that-
magazine,
Yeah,
fam.
you know, no, but I think the terminology strip clips is brilliant, to be
Yeah.
honest. And
Because you know exactly what it is.
exactly, there
True.
you can go into detail, but we already understand what it means when you say strip clips, and it kind of makes sense. It's kind of like the Snapchat type era, Instagram,
Right.
all of the different things that people are doing to showcase themselves, and you guys are jumping into that realm to provide another platform for it, and that's just a dope. I can see hashtag strip clips right now.
Yes.
So that's a brilliant marketing strategy.
yeah, it's actually
So-
dope. I like it.
What if someone wanted to come to one of your parties? Like, how would they follow you?
Well, they can follow me at Red Diamond on Instagram. They can follow me at Red Diamond Strip Club 2019. That's pretty much it. You know, like I've been doing it, like I say, for a long time. So a lot of people already either got my information or they got my number. But the biggest platform for me is that Instagram, and then they could pretty much, you know, get at me from there, whether it's texting me or following me. They could DM me, whatever. So pretty much Red Diamond Strip Club 2019 is where it's at.
For sure.
Right on.
Willie Wesley making things happen since 1996.
Yeah, it's been a minute.
Well, thank you for joining us on the show today.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
We definitely appreciate it, man. We've
For
been
sure.
looking forward to it. So this is Chopping It Up Chicago on WIIT 88.9.
And
You-
who are you?
This is
Who are you?
Who am I?
That's a good question.
My cup is empty. So like,
Okay, so that was
I
Big
heard-
Bro.
yeah, I
We're
heard
gonna
somebody
go get
named
him
Butterscotch or
some
something.
water.
This is Butterscotch Kisses.
Hey.
Butterscotch Kisses.
I'm Big Bro.
Big
Sochi
Bro.
Soné is on the camera, but she's still in the building.
Hey.
DJ Shango. And we just want to just, you know, shout out Mr. Willie Wesley, president of UCG Entertainment.
Yes.
And apparently Harold's Chicken food trucks. No, before you go, I saw something today that was like very shocking. My family and I went to a family fest out in our neighborhood, and they had food trucks there. And there was a food truck that sold crab boils.
Oh yeah,
I was
that's-
like,
that's
wow.
nice.
If you park this on 55th and State Street, they're going to sell out instantly.
Especially if you're doing the EBT too.
Yes, instantaneously. But I had never seen that approach to
Oh, for
food
sure.
trucks, you know,
Because crab boils have taken off and
Yeah.
just taken over the city.
everywhere.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, I want to go there for my birthday.
Yes.
I want to go there when
It's
I'm
just so
feeling down.
delicious.
Yeah,
I want to go there in my pajamas, like, hey.
Yeah.
That's the thing about being an entrepreneur, just finding your niche and going with it. And,
Yes, sir.
That's a good
Awesome.
We
situation.
appreciate you.
Yeah,
All right,
thank you.
Chopping It Up Chicago. On the other side of this music break, we're going to be talking to you guys about, we just going to chop it up with y'all.
Yeah, we're going to talk about different things that are going on in Chicago, what we are reading and listening to.
Business beat,
Yes.
sports, Justin Fields about to start.
Oh yeah.
A.
Chopping It Up Chicago, WIIT 88.9.
It's the summertime. And I just hopped in my ride, and I just started cruising and sliding down Lakeshore Drive. Enjoying tonight, feel it when I hop in the ride. Coming from Sheridan, stopping on the east side. The water's giving me peace, I feel the sigh of relief. I come here to meditate and get away from the streets. The Chi-Town, the west side, it's the land of the beast. They call it Chirac, but LSD is not the Middle East. You're observing the city, yes, it's very unique. Coming from Lakeshore, my mind is feeling complete. Pathetic River, on the Navy Field. McCormick Place is Soldier Field. And plus, every crown theater's over here. For Grant Park, you just stop at museum. If you're from out of town, you need to get the idea that in the summertime, Lakeshore is very lovely. Forget about crime, LSD is never ugly. I'm doing 45 when I'm feeling the vibe. It's so incredible. Cruising down Lakeshore Drive. When I hop on my ride, I'm cruising and I'm sliding down Lakeshore Drive. Down Lakeshore Drive. When I hop on my ride, I'm cruising and I'm sliding down Lakeshore Drive. Down Lakeshore Drive. When I hop on my ride, I'm cruising and I'm sliding down Lakeshore Drive. Down Lakeshore Drive. When I hop on my ride, I'm cruising and I'm sliding down Lakeshore Drive. Going down Lakeshore Drive. Might I say it's a beautiful day. Me and my team out fresh and we ain't coming to play. Shawty talking about a party, I'ma see what she say. Just know if it ain't lit, then we pulling away. Hey, serenity, positivity. I release and let God deliver me. I'm chilling like a whole freelancer and the sun going around like a go-go dancer. I'm a champion, you are too. We on Lakeshore Drive, what is you gon' do? Beg my pardon, I ain't mean to answer. You can catch me with the homie Shabazz. Hit the strip with no mask. Working hard just to get to this cash. 100 young dash, and we breaking the splash. Y'all better get used to this. Realness is what y'all used to miss. When I hop on my ride, I'm cruising and I'm sliding down Lakeshore Drive. Down Lakeshore Drive. When I hop on my ride, I'm cruising and I'm sliding down Lakeshore Drive. Down Lakeshore Drive. When I hop on my ride, I'm cruising and I'm sliding down Lakeshore Drive. Down Lakeshore Drive. When I hop on my ride, I'm cruising and I'm sliding down Lakeshore Drive. Going down Lakeshore Drive. It's summertime where we chillin' on the lake. Whatever's going down, y'all, it can give you a break. It's so peaceful, you need to escape. You can bring your old lady in and stay for a date. You wanna violate it all, man, Nick. If you're from the Chi-Town, then you all can relate. So anytime I just hop in my ride, gotta take a detour down Lakeshore Drive. When I hop on my ride, I'm cruising and I'm sliding down Lakeshore Drive. Down Lakeshore Drive. When I hop in my ride, I'm cruising and I'm sliding down Lakeshore Drive. Down Lakeshore Drive. When I hop in my ride, I'm cruising and I'm sliding down Lakeshore Drive. Down Lakeshore Drive. When I hop on my ride, I'm cruising and I'm sliding down Lakeshore Drive. Going down Lakeshore Drive. 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 Down Lakeshore Drive.
Now that's what you call a motherfucking introduction. Turn the drums up.
I got that heater, watch I beat you, rock this bitch, how I get ego, rose up on them, just can't hold them, you can't stop my spotlight either, niggas don't jump fast, I'm gon' leave you pump fast, niggas come through, I'ma see ya, who that? Young Blaze, motherfucker insane to the membrane, when I campaign, I maintain, sucker, come get me, when I get with me, something real big that hurt them, tempt me, cause I burn holes so they gon' turn crispy, then I put them things to your face where your lips be, you got that, trigger man, popped off, sucker man, get a man, how the king snapped off, best hold up, I'll rose up, get told up, people that be like, ain't speed it up, yeah, about to hit him with the record, when I get in him, I gotta hit him, or something go through they did him, I'm about to fill him, I drill on the pillow, I'm gonna sit him, I kill him, what's up, drill him, I'm fishing, it's on the mission, what? So give me the mic, come keep it cool, keep it tight, my microphone is the realest you ever hype, just come be Mr. Incredible, haters always forgettable, you coming at me, nigga, I'll be like, bitch, come get with me, 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 y'all ain't ready, y'all ain't ready, y'all ain't ready, come get with me, y'all ain't ready, y'all ain't ready, y'all ain't ready, I'm a nigga with the force, man, a killer man, did you get the picture, man, blown like a buckshot, blast through the thicker brain juice, better pick and choose tools that a nigga use, super psychomatic, automatic, better pick a lane, tell a nigga what, it's my mental discussion, so you can just get with my people, be bucking, my issue be with you, so you can be running, I'm serving you suckers, leaving you with nothing, sit down. I can fuck you up. Any nigga, anybody, motherfuck your stuff. You don't wanna play position cause you ain't that tough. I'm a beast in this bitch, get the rest toe up. I'm a threat to my enemy. I'ma swing like a guillotine. Aim for your motherfucking head. It's the realest thing. Niggas wanna get it cause they know they face the penalties. What you gon' do when this nigga spitting out here? Ritual, hit it with a little ungettable, fundamental riddles that get despicable, literal equilibrium. People that want dependable niggas that spit it hard. I'm thinking an individual. People that's on day. The way I move at a pace, cause the weapon that I gotta rearrange niggas' face. Cause if you wanna taste, nigga, you can relate. Let me show my hater what it's gon' take. Bitch, come get with me. Come get with me. Come get with me. Come get with me. Bitch, come get with me. Come get with me. Come get with me. Come get with me. Bitch, come get with me. Y'all ain't ready. Y'all ain't ready. Y'all ain't ready. Bitch, come get with me. Y'all ain't ready. Y'all ain't ready. Y'all ain't ready. Nigga, get a Now how about that, killer? What it's gonna be? Get the whole wide motherfucking crowd with me. Better run, get a plan, better run, get a team. I'm a nigga to the north, west, south, to the east. I goes wild, my niggas came round. I'm here to break it down to the lowest compound. Them haters gon' drown to this insane sound. And people that be looking like kings, slow it down.
Rolling spots, I hold the top. My shit gon' bang, your shit gon' rock. My rules, you lose, your crews gon' drop. Switch sounds like chop, just screw the rock. Y'all can't brag, nope, y'all can't boast. Y'all came with some, I came with most. Read my lips, bitch, please come close. I'll lock this down, so please.
Bitch, come get with me. Come get with me. Come get with me. Come get with me. Bitch, come get with me. Come get with me. Come get with me. Come get with me. Bitch, come get with me. Y'all ain't ready. Y'all ain't ready. Y'all ain't ready. Bitch, come get with me. Y'all ain't ready. Y'all ain't ready. Y'all ain't ready. Bitch, come get with me.
They too busy hating, trying to stop me while I started. Lately I've been talking to myself like you the hardest. I've been painting pictures in my head cause I'm an artist. I'ma let her come give me her brain cause she the smartest. I'ma keep on moving through the pressure, they can't guard me. They gon' watch me come take my position, I'm not sorry. She a rough rider, she gon' ride me like a Harley. Even with the jury on, only God can judge me. Judge me, they tryna judge me, I told her love me. I've been hearing voices in my head say she not for me. Yeah, I know they feel some type of way, but they can't touch me. All I wanna really know is how much do you trust me? I don't know if your love real cause I can't feel it. All I know is if you try to hurt me, I'ma kill it. All I want is money, tryna stack it past the ceiling. All I want is money, tryna stack it past the ceiling. I can't deal with the fake shit, don't need a realist. All this pain has been hurting me, I'm still healing. All I see is money in my sleep, I'm dreaming millions. I'ma put my heart on every beat and make them feel it. They too busy hating, tryna stop me while I started. Lately I've been talking to myself like you the hardest. I've been painting pictures in my head cause I'm an artist. I'ma let her come give me her brain cause she the smartest. I'ma keep on moving through the pressure, they can't guard me. They gon' watch me come take my position, I'm not sorry. She a rough rider, she gon' ride me like a Harley. Even with the jury on, only God can judge me. Problems, a lot of problems, I gotta solve them. She gon' shoot for me about 6 times like a revolver. Even when they hit the lock on me, I kept on balling. And I think I'm AI with the rock, they keep on falling. Yeah, I know they wanna see me fail, but I keep passing. Even when they told me I was weak, I kept on rapping. Even though the police kicked us out, we kept on trapping. Me and my big brother stuffing grams in the plastic. Feeling, she in her feelings, she wanna feelings. Lately I've been thinking what I say might hurt her feelings. Lately I've been feeling like fuck everybody living. Lately I've been feeling like fuck everybody living. They too busy hating, trying to stop me while I started. Lately I've been talking to myself like you the hardest. I've been painting pictures in my head cause I'm an artist. I'ma let her come give me her brain cause she the smartest. I'ma keep on moving through the pressure, they can't guard me. They gon' watch me come take my position, I'm not sorry. She a rough rider, she gon' ride me like a Harley. Even with the jury on, only God can judge me. Goddamn.
But you keep doing that. I'm doing me, I know you hate to see it too. I got you trying to come back. I've been stressed out about shit I should know. I be stressed about it. I think it's time I relax. I think it's time I relax. It's time for me to relax, oh yeah. You keep on telling me you want it to be like this, but you keep doing that. I'm doing me, I know you hate to see it too. I got you trying to come back. I've been stressed out about shit I should no longer stress about. I think it's time I relax. It's time for me to relax. It's time for me to relax, oh yeah. It's time for me to relax.